Hi friends, today I'm going to tell you about Cristiano Ronaldo, Portuguese footballer. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro was born on February 5, 1985 in Funchal, Madeira, Portugal. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest players of his generation and one of the greatest players of all time. Ronaldo has won 5 Ballon d'Or and 6 European Golden Shoes, both of which are records. He has won 34 major trophies, including 7 league titles in England, Spain, and Italy, 3 FA Cups, 5 League Cups, and the UEFA Champions League. With his club and country, Ronaldo has scored more than 800 senior career goals, making him the all-time top scorer in the UEFA Champions League and the current top scorer in international football. Now, let's get into the main topic. Ronaldo's Portugal exited the World Cup in the quarter-finals after losing 1-0 to Uruguay, a heartbreaking end to their campaign and Ronaldo's tournament. As for Portugal's golden generation, this could be the last dance. Many thought that this was it for the 37-year-old, but no one truly knows the man who is driven by an inner fire. Will we see Ronaldo at the Euros? Only time will tell. Let's turn our attention to Argentina. They have been nothing short of sensational throughout the tournament. Scaloni's men have played some mesmerizing football, scoring 16 goals and conceding only twice. In the group stage, they played 2 extra-time thrillers, winning both of them. First against Mexico, and then against the Netherlands. Then came the moment of truth, the round of 16 clash against Australia. Argentina needed a win, and they got one courtesy of Messi's brilliance. The Socceroos had their moments, but the Albiceleste held on. Quarter-final, Argentina faced a stern test against the Netherlands. Louis van Gaal's men came out with a game plan, and for most parts they stifled Argentina. But Messi once again proved to be the difference-maker. His 73rd-minute penalty sent Argentina into the last 4. Now, in the semi-final, Argentina looked unstoppable. The semi-final against Croatia was pure domination. The first goal came from Messi's penalty after Alvarez was brought down in the box. Cool as ever, Messi smashed it into the top corner. Then came Alvarez's big moment. Picking up the ball from midfield, he went on a fearless solo run, bulldozing through Croatia's defense before finishing past the keeper. A goal full of determination and heart. Saint, Messi calmly converted a penalty to give Argentina the lead. The crowd erupted. 1-0. Then came one of the most beautiful team goals in World Cup history. A lightning-fast counterattack ended with Angel Di Maria finishing off a sweeping move. Argentina 2, France 0, and fans dared to believe. But France struck back, and the game exploded into chaos. Deep in extra time, with the score tied 2-2, Messi once again found himself at the heart of it all. After a rebound in the box, he tapped the ball over the line to make it 3-2. The dream was alive again. But the best was yet to come. Messi turned back the clock with a dazzling run down the right wing, leaving defenders helpless. He laid the ball perfectly for Alvarez, who tapped it in for his second of the night. Argentina 3, Croatia 0. They were heading to the final. And here we are at the final. Argentina versus France. It promises to be an epic battle. 2 teams, 2 great players, Messi and Mbappe. Who will have the last laugh? Friends, this is my story for today. I hope you like it. If you want to hear more stories like this, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications to get all the latest updates about FIFA World Cup Qatar 2025. Let's go. In the 80th minute, disaster struck for Argentina. A French defender was caught in possession, allowing Messi to pounce. With a neat little flick, he sent the ball through the legs of a defender and raced away towards the goal. He looked up, waited for the perfect moment, and chipped the ball over the onrushing goalkeeper. It hit the back of the net, and the stadium erupted. For a moment, it seemed as if Argentina would hold on to their lead and lift the World Cup trophy. The pain etched on Mbappe's face as he watched the ball hit the back of the net was evident for everyone to see. But just when it seemed like Argentina would cruise to victory, fate had other plans. Deep into stoppage time, a French midfielder sent in a dangerous cross that found the head of a French substitute. With a powerful downward header, he sent the ball hurtling towards the back of the net. The tension was palpable as the ball hit the crossbar and bounced down just inches from the goal line. The referee, after consulting with VAR, awarded the goal. The stadium went wild as the French bench and supporters stormed the field in celebration. The comeback was complete. The match had been turned on its head once again. Extra time loomed. As the 90 minutes drew to a close, both teams knew that a draw was inevitable. They had given their all, and now the match would be decided in extra time. But before we delve into the drama of extra time, let's take a moment to appreciate the significance of the scoreline. 3-3. This was a clash between two footballing titans, a battle of styles, tactics, and sheer determination. The tension was off the charts. The lead changed hands multiple times and each team dug deep to find a way to break their opponent's resolve. The start of extra time brought a renewed sense of urgency to the game. Both teams knew that the clock was ticking and the opportunity to win the World Cup was slipping away. The first half of extra time was a tense affair. Neither team could find the breakthrough and the game remained deadlocked at 3-3. However, in the 118th minute, everything changed. A French forward made a surging run down the right flank and delivered a pinpoint cross into the box. There, waiting for the ball, was a French striker. With a deft touch, he guided the ball past the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. The stadium erupted. The French players and fans went wild. In an instant, France had taken the lead and the dream of lifting the World Cup was back on. Argentina, however, were not ready to throw in the towel. They pushed forward in search of an equalizer, throwing everything they had at the French goal. But the French defense held firm. Time ticked away and the final whistle blew. The wait was finally over. France had won the World Cup. As the French players celebrated, the agony of defeat was evident on the faces of the Argentinians. Despite their valiant efforts, they had fallen just short. The dreams of a third World Cup title had slipped through their fingers. The 2022 World Cup final between Argentina and France will be remembered as one of the greatest matches in history. It had everything: drama, excitement, individual brilliance, and a never-say-die spirit. But in the end, it was France who came out on top, etching their name in football immortality. And that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. See you next time. A club from Saudi Arabia is on the verge of pulling off one of football's biggest ever coups. And as we get ready to spill the beans, let's take a moment to remember the words that started it all. Cristiano: I believe in Al Nassr. I believe in this project. These were not just casual words thrown into an interview. They were words spoken with conviction, words that carried weight, history, and the power to inspire millions of fans around the world. The football world was stunned. Why? Because when a global superstar makes such a statement, it's not just about the present, it's about the future. Fans, analysts, and rivals immediately knew this was a turning point, a declaration that Al Nassr wasn't just another stop in a player Kia's career. It was a place where dreams and ambition were coming together. The moment he said those words, it felt like the football map had shifted. Suddenly, Riyadh was at the center of the global conversations. Social media exploded, news outlets picked up the story, and fans debated endlessly. Is Al Nassr really becoming one of football's super clubs? Now, let's rewind a bit. It all started a few months back when rumors began to swirl. Whispers turned to shouts as reports surfaced linking Cristiano Ronaldo to an incredible move to the Saudi Pro League. Many were skeptical. Could a league relatively new to the world stage really land a player of CR7's stature? Some thought it was a joke, others a crazy long shot. But as the weeks rolled on, the possibility became a tangible force, a tsunami that was impossible to ignore. Then came the official announcement that sent shockwaves across the globe. Cristiano Ronaldo, a name synonymous with elite football, would be joining Al Nassr. The deal was unprecedented, both financially and symbolically. For Ronaldo, it was reportedly worth over €200 million per year, a staggering sum that redefined what a footballer could earn. But beyond the numbers, there was something more, a leap of faith into the unknown, a decision that signaled Ronaldo's desire to conquer new frontiers. But why Al Nassr? What was the driving force behind this monumental choice? For the club, it was a vision, a dream to elevate Saudi football and, by extension, the entire nation. And who better to lead that charge than Cristiano Ronaldo? The choice was not arbitrary. It was meticulously planned, a strategic move to place Al Nassr on the global football map. But, as with any audacious plan, there were skeptics, naysayers who questioned the wisdom of the move. They pointed to the scorching heat, the different style of play, and the cultural challenges. Could Ronaldo truly thrive in these conditions? Doubts swirled like a vortex threatening to pull down the carefully constructed plans. But within the club's ranks, there was unwavering belief. This was more than just a football transfer. It was a cultural exchange, a fusion of Eastern passion and European finesse. As the season kicked off, all eyes were on Riyadh. The energy was electric, the anticipation palpable. How would Ronaldo fare? How would the team perform? Questions that echoed across the stands and dominated headlines around the world. Every match was a spectacle, every goal a cause for celebration. And as the goals rained in, so did the records. With each match, Ronaldo etched his name further into the annals of history, proving that age was just a number and that brilliance knows no bounds. Yet, amidst the frenzy, there was a more profound shift taking place. Young Saudi players found inspiration in their new teammate. They saw in him not just a legend, but a mirror reflecting their own dreams. And as they looked up to him, they too dared to dream bigger, to push harder, and to believe that anything was possible. In the heart of Saudi Arabia, a legacy is being forged, a testament to the power of belief, the magic of football, and the enduring spirit of a club that dared to dream big. Today, we bring you the most awaited match of the year, the FIFA Club World Cup Final. Join us as we dive into the electrifying encounter between two titans of world football, Chelsea and PSG. It's not just a match. It's a clash of styles, strategies, and sheer determination. Who will emerge victorious? Who will etch their name in the annals of football history? You're about to find out. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss any of our thrilling updates. Now let's turn our attention to the pitch where the battle is about to unfold. The first half kicked off with both teams displaying an intense determination right from the get-go. Chelsea, the reigning European champions, started strong, their blue shirts a blur of controlled aggression. PSG, the kings of France, were no slouches either, their every move radiating an air of quiet confidence. The midfield was a war zone, the ball contested fiercely in every tackle. Each team's strategy was clear: dominate the midfield, stifle the opponent, and strike when the moment presented itself. The tension was palpable as neither team yielded an inch. The first half ended goalless, but it wasn't the absence of chances. Both goalkeepers were called into action, making crucial saves that kept their teams in the game. The halftime whistle blew, but the battle was far from settled. The second half began with renewed vigor. Substitutions made by both managers added fresh tactics and strategies to the mix. As the minutes ticked by, the intensity only grew. And then, in the 63rd minute, it happened. A moment of magic that sent shockwaves through the stadium. Chelsea's Hakim Ziyech found himself with the ball at his feet just outside the penalty area. With a deft touch, he unleashed a shot that left the PSG goalkeeper with no chance. The stadium erupted. The Chelsea fans, a sea of blue, rose to their feet, their cheers echoing Ziyech's brilliance. The goal had shifted the balance, but PSG, being the resilient side that they are, were not ready to throw in the towel. They fought back, wave after wave of attacks, each one more determined than the last. But the Chelsea defense stood firm, their determination matching the Parisian grit. In the 82nd minute, the drama reached its crescendo. A penalty was awarded to PSG. All eyes were on their star forward, Kylian Mbappé, the man who could change the course of the game with a single kick. But alas, it was not meant to be. His shot hit the crossbar, leaving him and his team crestfallen. The final whistle blew soon after, marking the end of an epic battle. Chelsea had done it. They were the FIFA Club World Cup champions, a title that spoke volumes of their dominance in world football. The celebrations were euphoric, a testament to the hard work, dedication, and sheer talent that had brought them to this moment. But amidst the joy and jubilation, there was also respect. Respect for their opponents who had fought till the very end. Respect for the beautiful game that had unfolded before their eyes. The night was filled with highs and lows, with moments of brilliance and agony. It was a night that reminded everyone why they fell in love with the sport. And as the stars twinkled above, echoing the brilliance on the field, it was clear that this was more than just a game. It was a spectacle, a story of athleticism, strategy, and the indomitable spirit of competition. The FIFA Club World Cup final between Chelsea and PSG was not merely a match. It was a statement, a testament to the beautiful game's enduring power to captivate, to inspire, and to unite. In the end, trophies were won and lost, but the memories created would last forever. As the world of football digests this epic clash, one thing is clear. The future looks bright and the beautiful game is in good hands. Thank you for joining us today. We've relived every kick, every tackle, every goal, and every near miss. But now it's time to let the champions bask in their glory. Chelsea, the kings of Europe, and now the world. Until next time, keep the passion alive, and remember, it's not just a game, it's life. The year 2022, a year that started with so much promise for football, ended in heartbreak for many. But more than the agony of defeat or the elation of victory, it was the moments in between, the near misses and the what-ifs that left us stunned. One such moment happened in the 80th minute of the Champions League final between Real Madrid and Liverpool. The score was 1-1. Both teams were on edge, and then came the moment that froze time. A long pass from the halfway line split open the Liverpool defense. Mohamed Salah, who else but Salah, raced onto the ball. Now this is where the story takes a twist. This is where destinies collided. Should Salah have gone for goal? Well, he didn't. Instead, he unselfishly laid the ball off to Mbappé. Yes, you heard right, Mbappé. The young Frenchman who had been a thorn in Real's side throughout the match found himself with the ball at his feet and only one thing on his mind: score. For a split second, it seemed like time stood still. The ball, the goal, the crowd, all in slow motion. Mbappé lined up his shot. This was his moment. With one clean strike, he could have rewritten history, not just for Paris, but for himself, etching his name in the annals of football. Now imagine for a moment how different the world would have looked if that shot had hit the back of the net. The eruption of joy in Paris would have been unlike anything we've seen before. The Eiffel Tower might have lit up in red and blue, the streets would have run with champagne, and back at the Santiago Bernabeu, the celebrations would have been equally earth-shattering. Mbappé, the match winner, the hero of Paris, the toast of the town. Every commentator would have been analyzing his every move. Every magazine cover would have him front and center. And what about the Ballon d'Or? Well, that would have been his trophy to lose. At 23, he would have had the world at his feet. Clubs would have rolled out the red carpet. Coaches would have rearranged their tactics. Teammates would have basked in his reflected glory. But you know what? In football, there are no ifs, no buts, only results. As they say, football is cruel. Football is kind. Sometimes it gives you the biggest stages and the brightest spotlights, but it takes it away just as quickly. In the blink of an eye, Mbappé went from being the king of the world to a mere mortal. His shot, inches from the post, agonizingly close, yet agonizingly wide. The world held its breath for a few more seconds, but when the whistle blew, reality set in. The agony in Mbappé's eyes was mirrored by millions. His face, a canvas of emotions, said it all. The disbelief, the despair, the sheer exhaustion. We saw ourselves in him. We felt his pain because in that moment, we had all hoped for the same thing, a different outcome, a different result. Mbappé's story is not over. He has another chance to rewrite his destiny. The FIFA World Cup beckons, promising a new stage, a new challenge, and Mbappé, well, he'll be ready. The boy from Bondi has shown the world what he's made of. He's quick, he's agile, he's got the eye of the tiger. All he needs is a bit of luck, a dash of fortune. Because in football, sometimes all you need is one kick, one moment, one chance. And when that moment comes, it has to be perfect. For now, though, we can only reminisce about what could have been. We can replay that moment over and over again in our heads, imagining different outcomes, hoping against hope that maybe, just maybe, things could have turned out differently. But that's the beauty of football, isn't it? It keeps us guessing, keeps us hoping, and most importantly, keeps us coming back for more. So here's to you, Mbappé. May your next kick be your best. And remember, in football, the only constant is change. So keep your head high, your eyes on the ball, and your heart full of dreams, because tomorrow is a new day, and who knows, maybe tomorrow you'll rewrite not just your destiny, but ours too. Hello, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about one of the greatest players of all time. We will look at some of his best goals. So sit back and enjoy the video. Let's start. Today, thank you, Cristiano Ronaldo. The number 7 will forever be synonymous with Cristiano Ronaldo at Real Madrid. The iconic white shirt and those famous 3 stripes on the shorts will forever remind us of one of the greatest players to ever grace the Santiago Bernabeu. The Portuguese superstar announced his departure from the club in September 2021 after 2 spells, and a new challenge awaited him in Manchester. However, before saying goodbye, he spoke to the media. I arrived here as a player in 2009, and now I leave as a footballer. This is the club of my life. Real Madrid has the best fans in the world. To play here is a privilege. To do so for 17 years is unique. It is true that when I came to Real Madrid, it was a difficult moment for me. But the confidence of the coach, the players, the directors, and the fans gave me the strength to become the player I was meant to be. Together, we have won 14 titles in 10 years, which I am immensely proud of. But if I have to point out one moment above all others, it would be the 2016 Champions League final in Milan. To come back from 2-0 down against such a great side like Atletico was something incredible. My second goal was important, but the team's effort in that comeback was what made me the happiest. It was a dream final. If I had to choose another moment, it would be my hat trick against Atletico in the 2014 semi-finals. That night we qualified for the Champions League final, which we went on to win. Those were very special moments. He leaves as the club's all-time top scorer with 451 goals in 438 games. He scored 324 La Liga goals, 105 in the Champions League, and 41 in various cup competitions. He also won 14 major trophies at the club, including 2 La Liga titles, 2 Copa del Reys, and 5 Champions League crowns. The Portugal captain arrived at Real in 2009 from Manchester United for a then world record fee of €94 million and quickly established himself as a global superstar. Let's watch some of his best goals for Real Madrid. In 2011, he scored 53 goals in a single season, announcing himself as Madrid's goal machine. Against Barcelona in the 2011 Copa del Rey final, his towering header in extra time sealed the trophy. That leap became one of the most replayed moments in football history. In the 2014 Champions League final, La Decima, he scored the last goal in extra time, ripping his shirt off and screaming in celebration as Madrid lifted their 10th European crown. His hat-trick against Wolfsburg in 2016 turned a 2-0 deficit into qualification for the semi-finals. The Bernabeu shook that night. In the 2017 Champions League quarterfinals, he stunned Bayern Munich with 5 goals across 2 legs. He was unstoppable, and who can forget the bicycle kick against Juventus in 2018? Fans in Turin, opponents, stood and applauded. It was more than a goal. It was art. With every season, the records kept falling. Fastest to 50 goals in La Liga, most Champions League goals in history, and Real Madrid's all-time top scorer, 451 goals in 438 games. Cristiano didn't just score, he performed miracles. Thank you, Cristiano Ronaldo. So, what do you think of this video? Do let us know in the comments below. Like and share if you enjoyed watching it. We will see you soon with another great video. Until then, keep watching and stay tuned. Take care and bye-bye.